Each person sees the world from a particular perspective. Each person exhibits a more or less organized orientation towards life. As thinking human beings, we guide our actions and mold our attitudes in the light of certain beliefs or principles. When we present arguments to support the claim that something is true or real, we philosophize. When we agonize over and defend a moral judgment, we engage in philosophical work. When we give reasons to favor one political candidate over another, we practice philosophy. Children ask philosophical questions. Why is it wrong to tell a lie? Where do people go when they die? If I live in a free country, why can't I do whatever I want? But at some point in our lives, many of us stop asking some of these profound questions. Part of the reason may lie in the fact that we find them so overwhelming, or we're too easily comforted by partial or dogmatic answers. Philosophy reawakens our interest in basic questions by restoring the childhood spirit of wonder about bigger and deeper issues. The formal study of philosophy merely encourages us to do it in a more systematic way. That means we're challenged to think intentionally, seriously, rigorously, and thoroughly. It's an invitation to become more completely human. Philosophers' questions often turn out to be more precise and sophisticated versions of the questions many of us asked when we were very young. Is there some ultimate meaning in life? Who or what am I? Is the universe friendly or indifferent to human beings and their purpose? How can one best proceed to find the truth? Am I free to shape my future, or is my behavior predetermined? Do people have obligations to their fellow human beings, or the earth? So philosophy starts with questions. In fact, some people argue that philosophy's most important function is to ascertain and then clearly propose meaningful questions. Socrates insisted that it's not the responsibility of philosophy to answer our questions. Its responsibility is rather to question our answers. So why study philosophy? First, philosophy sharpens the mind. Philosophy helps us to clarify issues, discriminate among options, and make better decisions. Philosophers embrace the principle that knowledge is preferable to ignorance. What we do not know or will not face can hurt us in the long run. We need to have a clear idea of the difference between truth and falsity, between what is real and what is unreal. We also must be able to distinguish what is important and what is trivial. It's not enough to know all the answers in a game of Jeopardy. In an age of information overload, we need to be able to sort out which facts are important in order to confront problems and respond adequately. So philosophy protects us from affirming what is false and contenting ourselves with what is trivial. This protection comes not from blind acceptance of fixed answers or unquestioning conformity to majority opinion, but from persistent and systematic inquiry into the assumptions, methods, and criteria by which critical decisions are made. Even though new ideas are often unfamiliar and threatening, the courage to open ourselves up to see a bigger universe sharpens our self-awareness and keeps alive our sense of wonder and our quest for new questions and answers. Philosophy assists us in penetrating to the roots of our commitments and helps us to integrate thought, feeling, and action into a meaningful synthesis that is reasonable and consistent. So, the human activity called philosophy is based on the assumption that it's important to think clearly about things that are of great concern.